What if we told you the most polite family in the world, Britain's royals, once waged a cold war of words with Europe's elite? That behind the polished smiles were years of hidden tension, secret affairs, and even royal shade caught live on camera? This isn't just gossip. These are real moments caught on tape that still divide Europe and the UK today. Welcome to the ultimate Royal Scandal Showdown, Britain versus Europe. And you won't believe who struck first. Like, share, and subscribe before we continue the untold royal story. Let's start in the 1980s, when Britain's Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher was at the height of her power. Across the Channel, European leaders mocked her behind closed doors. But the tension wasn't just political, it was personal. Queen Elizabeth herself was caught, off the record, calling Thatcher uncaring during the miners' strike. Leaked to the press, the palace rushed to deny it. But the damage was done. Europe saw a divided Britain, and the Queen wasn't happy. This was the beginning of the royal civil clash that Europe watched closely and judged harshly. Now, let's turn to the most iconic fashion moment in royal history. Prince Charles admits to cheating on Diana. The very next day, she appears in a slinky black dress at a London gallery. No tiara. No words. Just power. Europe went wild. Spanish tabloids called her La Reina del Pueblo, Queen of the People. Italians named the look La Vendetta Regina, Revenge Queen. While Britain gasped, Europe cheered. Was this a fashion choice? Or a silent slap at the royal establishment? It's 2004. Queen Letizia of Spain, newly married, meets the British royals for the first time. Cameras roll. And Prince Philip? He barely looks at her, let alone shake her hand properly. European media cried foul. Was it a snub? A royal insult? British tabloids said he was just old-fashioned. But body language experts say otherwise. That handshake wasn't cold, it was ice. Queen Elizabeth's Annus Horribilis speech in 1992 was meant to be humble. But to Europe, it was tone-deaf. With castles burning and royal marriages collapsing, she asked for sympathy. But German papers responded with headlines like, "No fire without smoke in the palace." French columnists mocked it. Royals suffer? Try working a real job. Was the Queen misunderstood? Or was Europe finally calling out royal privilege? British tabloids are known for being brutal. But when Europe started firing back, it became a media war. British headlines mocked Queen Maxima of the Netherlands for her bold outfits. Dutch press hit back, calling Camilla a duchess with no charm. It got so bad that palace insiders warned, one wrong photo can break decades of diplomacy. Is the monarchy global? Or just a very local drama with international viewers? The moment that shook the palace to its core, Meghan Markle's interview with Oprah. But while Britain debated whether the royals were racist, Europe already made up its mind. In France, headlines read, "The crown cracks." In Sweden, "The palace of ice has melted." And in Spain, "Time to end the British fairy tale." Europe didn't just watch. They judged with fire. During Brexit, the royal family said almost nothing. And that silence? Europe noticed. While the EU cracked jokes about British chaos, the Queen's silence felt political. Was she staying neutral, or letting the country fall apart? Italian satirists drew cartoons of her rowing away from Europe. French magazines asked, Where is Her Majesty's voice now? Was it royal duty to stay silent, or a royal failure to lead? When Prince Harry released Spare in 2023, it sold more copies in Germany than in London. Why? 'Cause Europe loves royal drama, and Harry gave them everything. He exposed fights with William, secret tears of Meghan, and cold shoulders from King Charles. Spanish news called it the final dagger. Dutch critics praised it as the takedown of old power. Britain rolled its eyes. Europe leaned in closer. The British monarchy still sells itself as tradition, grace, and duty. But Europe sees something else: privilege, secrecy, and outdated rules. To many in Europe, the monarchy is a soap opera in fancy clothes. And every scandal proves it. So who's right? The loyalists who defend the crown? Or the outsiders who say it's time to end the charade? For decades, the British monarchy stood as the symbol of unity, strength, and dignity. But now it's a house of mirrors where every move is seen, judged, and leaked. So we ask you, is the British royal family a victim of unfair judgment from Europe? Or is Europe simply saying out loud what many Brits are afraid to admit? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The debate starts now.